Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs. Today is July 12th, 2026. And Lindsey Olin Graham, American politician and attorney who represented South Carolina in the United States Senate from 2003 until now, is dead. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs, born in the town of Central South Carolina, Lindsey Olin Graham attended the University of South Carolina. He served as a member of the Judge Advocate General's Corps in the U.S. Air Force from 1982 to 1988, working as a defense attorney and chief prosecutor in Europe. He later served in the U.S. Air Force Reserve while in Congress. He was awarded a Bronze Star Medal for meritorious service in 2014 and held the rank of colonel. Lindsey Graham worked as a lawyer in private practice before serving from 1993 to 1995 in the South Carolina House of Representatives and from 1995 to 2003 in the U.S. House of Representatives, where he represented South Carolina's 3rd Congressional District. Lindsey Graham occupied the space left in the Senate by yet another demonic entity, Strom Thurmond, who had been in that seat since 1948. The seat is now occupied. The seat is now vacant as Lindsey Graham, shortly coming back from a trip from Ukraine, has passed away. Lindsey Graham is pro-life, and yet Lindsey Graham has died. He is joining the ranks of possibly Mitch McConnell, Strom Thurmond, and numerous others who have passed away. Lindsey Olin Graham, at the age of 71, relatively young, relatively youthful for a member of the Senate, has passed away. Now, today we're going to be talking about his legacy, as many of the outlets are rushing to talk about Lindsey Graham's background and how wonderful of a guy he is and how awesome he was in polite conversations. We, of course, don't do that here on the Hasanabi broadcast. We like to take a look at the true worth of a man. We like to take a look at what these members of Congress have actually done. Not the way that they cover it in mainstream media, but instead the way, what their impact is, and the way it should be covered. I'll start off by saying Lindsey Graham, in a long list of demonic entities, was exceptionally bloodthirsty. A bloodthirsty, odious monster who loved war. There was never a war that Lindsey Graham did not fall in love with. Mr. Ladybug himself. And the ultimate irony of the situation is that he achieved him and his best friend John McCain's dream of bombing Iran. He finally got to do it. And yet, the only thing he saw in the aftermath of achieving his dream, suffering from his success, was the spectacular failure it turned into in his final days. He watched the United States century of force projection capabilities collapse. But rest easy, Ladybug. Till the bitter end, you died doing what you loved, advancing the interests of American empire. That's right. Benjamin Netanyahu is making the rounds on television talking about how wonderful Lindsey Graham was. Now, of course, that's probably not great. That's right. American television as much since another prominent right-wing figure died in the United States of America, and his name was Charlie Kirk. That's right. Benjamin Netanyahu is making the rounds on television talking about how wonderful Lindsey Graham was. Now, of course, that's probably not great for Lindsey's legacy, especially considering that everybody fucking despises Benjamin Netanyahu, but I guess it's honest. But one must ask the question. Sure, it's honest. But what did he do to Lindsey Graham? What did he do to Lindsey Graham? In any case, ladies and gentlemen, you were expecting me to give you a polite eulogy of Lindsey Graham, to lie to you about his background. Well, expect no more. The only redeemable aspect of Lindsey Graham's existence was the fact that he was probably a gay man. But even then, he turned that into an issue with how homophobic he and his party were. A fierce defender of the genocide in Gaza, Lindsey Graham never met a baby in the third world he did not want to evaporate with American munitions. God damn it. These are such fire blast offs. I missed it. I just went, and this is good too. Flags at Grindr headquarters have been lowered to half mast. Shit. I didn't use that. Lindsey Graham after fighting for the top bunk in hell with Charlie Kirk. Dude, I'm going to try to do my very best. But god damn, dude. I mean, he was such a fucking demon. Because, like, look, the American Congress is comprised of the worst of the worst people on the planet. Like, if you were to look at individuals with so much power, so much destructive capability, the American Congress is up there as far as, like, historical forces of ultimate evil goes. Lindsey Graham is above the fold. He is above the average level of evil you automatically subscribe to if you're a part of the American Senate. Like, he is one of the worst of the worst. A gay man who was in the closet, who was, obviously unbelievably homophobic, unbelievably transphobic. That's on the domestic side. Someone who obviously was in favor of ruining the lives of tens of millions of women, with his pro-life sentiment. All that stuff is real. As a Republican, like as a regular Republican, he obviously contributed to a tremendous amount of damage here in the United States of America, right? But what makes Lindsey Graham exceptional, what makes Lindsey Graham uniquely demonic, uniquely evil, is his bloodlust. Okay, Lindsey Graham was always at the tip of the spear. At the tip of the spear when it comes to American war machine endeavors. Wherever there was a brown country that was waiting to be bombed, Lindsey Graham was there going, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, that'd be a great idea. That'd be a great idea. I love Israel. Israel is my favorite. Am Israel high. I say it every day. I say it every day. Here's a little bit of a taste of what kind of guy he was. Here is Lindsey Graham at the Republican Jewish Coalition. Let's take a look.
He recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Why? Because if you got a problem with that, take it up with God. He's the guy that did it, not Trump. So I just want to say, I feel good about the Republican Party. I feel good about where we're going as a nation. We're killing all the right people and we're cutting your taxes. Trump is my favorite president. We've run out of bombs. We didn't run out of bombs in World War II.
He says, this news is so good that I wanted to read it to you once more. Lindsey Graham, the anti-Iranian senator, has gone to hell. I've led you astray. I've told you foolishly that evil never dies. And today, I recognize that I was wrong. Sometimes evil does die. Because it's not like Lindsey Graham passed away surrounded by loved ones at the age of 71, far after he had been done with his impact. I mean, he passed away at the age of 71 when he was about to become the senator again, the senator from South Carolina once more. So he had more evil in the tank. He had far more evil in the tank.